from Los Angeles, California, The Doors!
This was the genesis of the stage, rock stage, as a dramatic event. Before that, you had your stage lights, a follow spot, people got up there, performed their material, sometimes waved their arms a little bit, but there was no drama. The Doors brought drama.
When I saw The Doors, I was ashamed not to go out immediately the next day and do your own gig, you know? It was a beautiful performance by an extremely stoned human creature. He had sort of Hedy Lamarr curls, a leatherette ensemble with a big fluffy shirt, and he came out at a University of Michigan homecoming dance on a stage only about 18 inches high, and he refused to sing any of the songs in a normal voice. So, you know, instead of singing like, "The clock says it's time to close now," he'd sing, "The clock says it's time." And he sort of just wandered the stage like a drunk, right? And it pissed these, "Hey, you know, I'm the captain of the football team here, and we paid for this, and we're gonna get your ass." You know, there was a real heavy question of, can you antagonize us this much and get away with it? I loved it. I was totally, yeah.
All right, Cynthia Fox here. We're on the red carpet of the Classic Rock Roll of Honors Award, and we're talking with Henry Rollins, who gets to do the Inspiration Award tonight for The Doors. Now, Henry, you're a legendary poet and musician. Was Jim Morrison an influence to you as far as his poetry?
Huge, monumental. He made things possible in that no matter what you do and, you know, how inspired you are, you have to get some kind of green light or some validation from something that came before you, where Morrison was inspired by Rimbaud, the great French poet, and Artaud, the great crazy playwright and visionary. And so Morrison, I first heard The Doors as a little kid because my mom bought the first album. I'm 53. So in 1967, I was like in first or second grade. I distinctly remember that record because you could hear what the guy was saying. And he was really clear. You're like, this is heavy. The end? Really? He's terrifying. And as a young man trying to find his way with words and trying to be a guy in a band, for me, Morrison was really there going like, don't hold back. You know, make it articulate, but be brave. And as a young person, I came reconnected with The Doors. As like a guy in his early 20s, you hear Strange Days. As a guy in his late teens, early 20s, you're like, oh, wow, words matter. And he was the first guy I ever heard on a record who was genuinely angry, that I could tell. You know, Dylan was angry, but he kind of masked it with melody. Morrison was seething on the first record. The song Break On Through, he's yelling. I mean, he's really yelling. And on the Ed Sullivan Show, you're like, wow, that's happening. And so he allowed me to kind of flex my muscles a little.
Yeah, and just be completely open and free and intense and in the moment. Right?
Yeah. And once you get a taste of that, then there's no going back. And The Doors were really one of those gateway bands for me, truly.
I worked on a road tour film of The Doors. Went around for about a week with them on a concert tour. When it was over, I was one step away from joining a Jesuit monastery. I thought it was cool. I thought it was hip. I couldn't keep up with those guys. It was too much. I was part of the camera crew, second camera. I don't think any of it was in focus. Not a bit.
The original Alice Cooper band got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You have to go through that again in a couple years. Are you looking forward to that process?
You know, it was great that the original band was, I mean, when we got nominated, I was so happy it was the band, because that band was the band that went through all the hell with me. When we first started, it wasn't somebody patting me on the back saying, good job. Everybody was going, get out. The only people that liked us was Frank Zappa and The Doors were the only bands that put up with us.
it was their first place. Which then after meeting Ray and Robbie, that is where they started. And I also was arrested in Miami for indecent exposure as well. And 5 to 1 was one of the first songs I learned how to sing. So the Doors and Marilyn Manson go like this. And if anyone wants to blame me for something, then you have to blame the Doors because they started me. So it is his fault, that guy right there.
December 8th is Jim Morrison's birthday, and I know that the disappearance of Jim Morrison has caused us much sadness, but he gave us a lot of pleasure, and there's a new record coming out, which I think is the most. It's out? Well, you know, I've been out of town. Everything happens in New York first, you know. It's a little poem that Lenny and I made for Jim Morrison a few years ago.
Tell all the people that you see, follow me down. Tell all the people that you see, set them free. Follow me down. You tell them they don't have to run. We're gonna pick up everyone. Come on, take me by my hand. Gonna bury all our troubles in the sand. Oh yeah. Can't you see the wonder at your feet? Your life's complete. Follow me down. Can't you see me growing? Get your guns. The time has come to follow me down. Follow me across the sea where milky babies seem to be, molded, flowing revelry with the one that set them free. Tell all the people that you see, it's just me. Follow me down. Tell all the people that you see, follow me. Follow me down. Tell all the people that you see, we'll be